The ARresearch Registry system provides tools to connect investigators conducting clinical studies with people across the state who might be interested in joining a study on a topic of interest to them. There are two main components to the ARresearch Registry. The first component is the registrant portal, where potential study participants can sign up and update their contact, demographic, and study interest information. This is discussed in the introductory video about the Research Registry. The second component is the Study Investigator Portal that allows investigators to manage contact attempts with registrants and track who is and is not interested in their study. The Study Investigator Portal is where you, the study investigator, will access all the information needed to contact registrants and begin building a list of willing participants for your studies. The first step is to request access to the ARregistry system via the TRI portal if you do not already have access. This step is explained in the introduction video. Once you have access to the registry system, you will be provided an interface to request a study be built for you, reviewable status of these requests and management of your ongoing studies, and recruitment efforts. To begin the process of requesting your study be built, navigate to the Study Request module. This is where you'll find a wide array of options to help build your participant list, as well as tools to help manage and utilize participants' contact information. Follow the instructions on the screen and provide as much information as possible about your study, the specific inclusion criteria of potential participants, and any other information that might be relevant, such as REDCap and other integrations the system offers. The more information that is provided here, the more easily the registry system and administration team can provide help in making your study successful. Once you have sent your study request and the registry team has approved your request and created your study, you will be able to locate it using the Study List module. By default, the Study List module will show you all studies associated with your account and the accompanying quick metrics the study has associated with it. You can use the search bar to filter the results if you have multiple studies, but only those associated with your user account will be returned. Note that while you will have access to previous studies, HIPAA and IRB guidelines forbid the use of participant lists outside of the studies for which they were approved. In other words, you cannot use names from a list from a previous study in any other study. To manage a study, click on the Edit button under the Manage column. This will take you to that study's page. There is a lot of information available to you from this page, but you should notice it generally mirrors the information you provided in your study request. You can review the options here to ensure that the registry team has created your study to your specifications. The only new tab here is Query Metrics, where you can preview, export a breakdown of the demographic information on the registry participants that match the query you provided in your study request. Once satisfied with your settings, you can request the administration team check out the initial list of participants for you. When the check is complete, you can go to the study to start recruiting and click the Manage Contacts button, taking you to your contacts interface. This interface provides you with the tools you will need to begin actually contacting the list of registrants the registry has indicated match your study inclusion criteria. The first tab, Registrant Metrics, will show you a similar table to the Query Metrics from earlier. However, this time it is broken down into three categories: Contacts in Progress, Confirmed Participants, and Declined Participants, with the demographics of each of the respective participant groups. The first major tab that will require input is the Initialize Contact tab. This will include all participants who have been checked out to your study and need to be contacted for the first time, or need to be contacted again due to a previous failure in attempting to contact them. At the top of this interface, there are options for mass contact. You can indicate a subset of participants with the Contact Targets dropdown. For safety reasons, this is set to No Participants by default. You can then set the action with the Contact Action dropdown. These actions will set the status of all the participants indicated in the Contact Targets option. It will also allow you to send out the automated invitation email viewed earlier to the target group indicated. Once you have selected your group and your action, select Yes on the Action Settings Confirmed dropdown. A dialog box will pop up prompting you to carefully review your settings. Pressing Confirm will unlock the option to perform mass contact. Since this action updates all participants in the target group you have indicated, generally this will only be helpful for sending out the initial batch of invitation emails. Please use this sparingly for other use cases. For finer control, you can manage individual contact attempts if you are using methods such as phone calls or physical mail by using the interface below the mass contact option. To the left, you will see all of the contact information and preferred contact method for the given participant. On the right, you will see options for setting how you attempted to contact the participant, the outcome, and a few other options specific to the type of contact. You also have an additional tab that contains a record of any past attempts to contact the person. There are 4 ways to attempt contact with a participant: email, SMS, physical mail, and phone. Email is generally the most common and easiest with the tools of the system, but will only work if the participant has supplied an email and the invitation email settings are correct. If you do not want to use the mass contact option to email all of the participants at once, you may send the email using the Send Auto Email option here. After which you can indicate the outcome of this by using the Contact Attempt Results dropdown. In most cases, it is going to be the Waiting on Response option, where you can indicate a number of days before you are alerted you need to update this contact attempt. If the response is immediate or otherwise not successful, you can also indicate the outcome here. Similarly, you can set the date the response was received, if not today, and the disposition of that response. Pressing Update Contact will save these settings and move the contact to the next step in the process. Most contact attempts will mean you need to select the Waiting on Response option. Once you select Update Contact, you will move that participant over to the In Progress tab, indicating you are waiting on a response from that participant. The only difference between the In Progress tab and the Initialize Contact tab is the contact method is locked in, and there is a countdown of days until a reminder alert is issued. Other than that, all of the same options apply. If the number of days elapses and there has still been no contact, you can indicate in the Attempt Results on this tab. This will move that participant back to the Initialize Contact tab, and they will now have a record in their respective Past Attempts tab. If you have tried several attempts and still not been able to reach the person, you can remove the registrant from the pool by using the red X at the top right corner of their contact profile. Once satisfied with your contacts, you can review those who have confirmed they want to be a part of the registry with the final tab, Confirmed. This will give you the contact information as well as the checkout and contact information per participant. This can be used to initialize the study, send out consent forms, etc., once your confirmed participant list is finalized. By agreeing to the Data Export Agreement, you can also download these results to an Excel file, though do keep in mind that your access is logged in the event of a data breach. If you find yourself lost, needing consultation, want to report a bug, or want to review all of the available help documentation, you can navigate to the Help section. Here you can open a help desk ticket that will be sent straight to the developer, or access our library of help documentation, including a link to this video. This will allow you to receive answers to questions or to obtain individual study assistance as necessary. Please remember that you are authorized to use the participant list only for the study for which it was approved. This will ensure all regulatory measures are followed and that registry participants are protected from being contacted too frequently, which may result in them declining or removing their names from the registry. Carefully safeguard the study list and confidential information by limiting access to the list and minimizing the possibility of a data breach. The ARresearch Registry team has developed this tutorial video and program with funds from the UAMS Translational Research Institute to facilitate study investigators in recruiting participants, managing contacts, and reporting outcomes.